Welcome to Javon Crawford's YouTube channel or wherever else you've coming across this video right now. I just, had the idea to make a video showing you guys uh, how to make your resumes better in about 5 or so steps, right? So, this is a post that was on Instagram. It's a company called Just Drive Wheels Sales. So looking for a sales representative, right? Let's say this is your first time applying for a job, right? What I want you to do first and foremost is look at the language that they're using in the chat, all right? In text. So it says you're looking for sales representatives, right? They say they're looking for professional attitude. Let me just go back. They're looking for professional attitude, looking for persuasive skills, they're looking for previous sales experience, and they're looking for knowledge in the automotive industry. All right. Now, this right here tells you a lot because with just this information that you're seeing here, you can actually craft your resume. So let's say you have a resume that is basic and it's just a general resume you send out to everybody that is hiring and hope that they reply to you. Let's say that instead of doing that, you actually craft your resume and make sure that it fits to what this company is looking for. Let's say you're not fully, you don't think you have all the skills, but you think you're able to do the job. Maybe you've worked in similar capacities that maybe you worked in HR before and you have skills that may be transferable. So the thing here that makes it easier for you, you actually know what they want, all right? Because they're telling you in these 4 bullet points here, right here, they're telling you how exactly to approach writing your resume. So what you need to do now is that resume that you have, maybe you worked somewhere else as a security or whatever the job was, but you want to switch fields and go into sales. First and foremost, look at what they want and then craft your resume that in that direction. So how do you do that? All right. A resume has several parts that make up it as a document. The first and foremost thing that you need to understand is the resume is nothing more than your first introduction to a company. Whatever the position you want to apply for, this is your first step in letting this company know that you're interested in working for them. This is your chance to sell yourself. Now, if you want like more details on how to do this, I can you can maybe send me your resume and I can look it over and tell you where you're going wrong or how to improve it. Or let's say you have your skills written out in a certain way, but it's not transferring over to mean what they would want it to say. But in understanding what they're saying here, all right, let's go with number 2 first. Excellent persuasive verbal and communication skills. How would you put that down on your resume? Well, maybe in your previous job you were a security and you had to persuade the customers of whatever establishment, or you had to direct people to move a certain way and they respected your authority because of how you carried out those actions. So you need to find the words that put whatever skills that you acquired up to now in the best light so that they will consider you. You can actually put the amount of time you've worked in that position. So you're trying to be very clear in your language, right? The third one, it says previous sales or customer service experience preferred. This it says preferred, but it's not a must. So what I would say to you in this case now, um, you have customer service skills. You may not think you do, but you do. You interact with people on a daily basis, and maybe you've helped somebody to solve a problem. Maybe it's not directly as a part of your job, but anything you can use to show them that you've used this skill, you're gonna put it. So let's say um, I answered a phone call from my aunt at while she was I I don't know how you want to phrase it, but I answered phone calls, and everybody who I interact with during my phone calls always says that I make their day a bit better. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that makes the language, you know, it shows that you understand. Cause you make no mistake about it. You see this every time you send a resume out. Every time you see one of these comes up and you're saying you're trying to send a resume out, you're selling yourself. You're selling your skills. You're trying to give this the impression that you, even if you're not 100% there, you are willing and eager to give your skills and willing to learn if you're not fully what they're looking for. Because remember, they're getting hundreds and thousands of people applying. What makes you stand out? Even more so now with technology being what it is, they actually have technology that actually filters out resumes that do not have the matching things. So you need to get creative. Maybe you're not fully skilled up in a sense, but you can actually use what they say here to actually kind of train your resume to be more inclined to be chosen, right? Knowledge about the automotive industry. Hey, if you do not know anything about cars, maybe you don't even have your license yet, I would recommend that you go and apply for your learner's permit. But YouTube is the greatest free resource. You can find tutorials, basic tutorials on sales, on how to be a good sales representative. You can find info on just about anything in the auto industry. You can use every resource at your disposal to show that yes, I may not be the 100% best choice, but I will, in a few months or a few weeks, be the best option. But I'll say this is just some tips. So number one, I'm a bit jumbled now, but use the language that they're using in the in the ad. Use that to your advantage. That's one. Two, try as best as possible to list your transferable skills and list it in the language that they're using the in the ad. Three, list previous experience. So it doesn't have to be directly, let's say, on the job, but maybe you've done it some in some other way or in some other sense, whatever you can use to show that yes, I do have these skills. Use it. And if you're lacking in the knowledge, also just try to use YouTube, use Google, use books. If this is an option that you want to use it. If you want to become the one choice that they have to always choose to get the job, then use whatever it is at your disposal. Yeah, and if you have a resume now and you need further help, just reach out. I might have a small fee attached. It will take a bit of time to, dissect and, talk with you and see where we can actually go with your resume. But yeah, that's it. Hope this was helpful. Later. Anything else you'd like to see me make a video about in the future, just leave it in the chat box or reach out. And that is it. Alright, later.